Yeah, hi everyone. Good evening to all. I hope everything is clear. If I am audible and as well as you are able to see me, then just in the chat you mention that everything is fine. So I am welcoming everyone on my YouTube channel. So welcome everyone. Today we are going to see a very interesting thing. Just before everything, just let me know that video and audio everything is proper. If everything is proper, so you can mention that in my chat. Okay, if you say like everything is fine in the chat box, so I can like start today's class. So hi to everyone. Yes guys, everything is fine. I'm audible. सुनाई दे रहा है? It is everything is proper, just you let me know so I can start today's class. So in Diwali vacation, as I told you that, as I promised that every day I'm going to bring a one session for 1 hour in the evening 8 to 9 o'clock. Okay. Okay, so Sumit have come. Sumit, do I am audible? मेरी आवाज सुनाई दे रही है ठीक से? So I can start today's class. Yes guys, come on, tell me if everything is proper. Just you in the chat to mention that I am audible so I can proceed with it. Come on guys, I'm just waiting for your reply. I'm just waiting for your reply that everything is proper. So if everything is proper, so then I can start with it. Just I am waiting for you all. Come on guys. Okay, so here Taneshwari is telling, yes, you are audible. Okay, guys. So yesterday's class I have brought you like e4, e5, nf3, and to nf3 if opponent play like just I want to show you directly e4, e5, knight f3, and if opponent play f6, then how to win. So this is what yesterday I brought because this is the wrong move and how we should not play this wrong move and how we have to take advantage of this. But today I'm going to bring a correct defense like e4, e5, knight f3, d6. Okay, this is somewhat an interesting defense to pawn e5 because the second move knight is playing to f3, idea is to attack the e5 pawn, so black is defending that by playing d6. But this move is, we can say that it is a second best move of defending that e5 pawn. The first best move, जो पहला best move है जो e5 को defend करना, that is by playing knight to c6 and defend the pawn. So that is the first best move to defend that pawn. Remember that I am not encouraging you all to do this. मैं encourage नहीं कर रहा हूँ कि चलो क्वीन को यहाँ पर खेलो या क्वीन को f3 पे खेलो या बिशप को c4 पे खेलो और यहाँ पर f7 पे चेकमेट करो. Remember, don't remove your queen as early as, don't remove queen, so that is not a good move. Queen को जल्दी बाहर निकालना अच्छी मूव नहीं है, so it is not a good move, remember that. So therefore I encourage all my students, all my viewers, that second move should be knight to f3. जो हमारा जो second move है वो हमेशा knight जो है f3 पे लाना चाहिए. So that is the best move to continue. Okay, so here opponent plays d6. So we are going to learn like how to play a correct chess through the games. हम लोग गेम्स देखेंगे और गेम्स देखकर फिर हम सीखेंगे कि करेक्ट चेस कैसे खेलना है एंड हाउ टू डेवलप द अटैकिंग चांसेस. ओके, नाउ दिस गेम इज प्लेड इन 1990. ये जो गेम है 1990 में खेला हुआ है. Okay, so after d6, white should play a very strong move. So in the viewers, you tell me that here, which should be your third move? Because first move we played pawn to e4, second move we played knight to f3. So I want to ask the viewers, if you are in this position, then which move would you like to play? यहाँ पर तुम लोग कौन सा मूव करना पसंद करोगे? If you can like type your move in the chat and you can let me know that which move would you like to play. Okay, so welcome everyone, Janvi, Radha Katke, Ritesh Maurya, so everyone, Sumit. Welcome everyone. So you also just tell me or mention to me that which move would you like to play in this position. Okay, so hi Salman Sheikh, hi Danishwari. Okay, just I am waiting for you all that in this position which move would you like to play to continue, because what happened, you played e4, opponent played e5, you played knight to f3, and your opponent is playing d6 to support this pawn. So what is the right way to continue from here? यहाँ से right way क्या है continue करने के लिए? Okay, if you know, just you type in the chat the which move white should play. So I'm asking you all. So it is going to be an interactive class. It is not that I am only the one who is going to speak. तो आई वॉन्ट आंसर फ्रॉम यू ऑल्सो, लाइक यहाँ पर तुम्हें क्या लगता है कि वाइट को कौन सी मूव करनी चाहिए यहाँ पर? सो वो मूव टाइप करो चैट बॉक्स में. जस्ट आई एम वेटिंग फॉर यू ऑल. ओके, आई एम वेटिंग फॉर योर आंसर्स गाइस. जस्ट टाइप इन द चैट बॉक्स एंड लेट मी नो कि कौन सा मूव. बिशप c4. ओके, सो यहाँ पर दानेश्वरी बोल रही है कि यहाँ पर सर बिशप c4 खेलना चाहिए. ओके, सो बिशप c4 इज अ गुड मूव. या गुड इवनिंग सलमान शेख. So Dhaneshwari is coming with bishop c4. I want something more, like from the more people. Bishop c4 any which way is a good move, but the best move in this position to continue is d4. Why? Because many of the masters have already played this move and they got very good result. ओके, विद द d4 जो बहुत सारे प्लेयर है इस पोजीशन पे d4 खेल के बहुत सारे गेम्स उन्होंने जीता है. सो देयरफॉर वी आर गोइंग टू फॉलो देयर फुटस्टेप्स. एंड द मेन आइडिया ऑफ दिस मूव इज व्हाट? यू आर स्ट्रांगली कंट्रोलिंग द सेंटर एंड यू आर कीपिंग बोथ द डायगोनल्स ओपन फॉर योर बिशप. तुम्हारे बिशप के लिए दोनों भी डायगोनल्स ओपन है. नाउ दिस इज एन आइडियल पोजिशन. ये बहुत अच्छी पोजिशन है. ओके शोएब. ओके Okay, Sumit is asking, sir, school kabhi khulega? So maybe from 23rd November onwards. Okay, okay, Shoaib. So here, so d4. So d4 should be played. D4 should be played, and the idea of this move is what? Suppose if the black makes some irregular moves or something like that, if the black play some irregular move, then white's idea is to capture this and capture this and capture the queen, and if the king captures, then knight into pawn. So main idea is winning the pawn and keeping the king in the center, and the idea of giving the knight fork. So this is the main idea of the white, to play pawn to d4. Okay, so here after d4 in one of the game the black played queen to f6. Now I want to tell you the viewers, do you know here the black can reply with so many things. He can play f5, he can play f6, he can play knight f6, he can play knight e7, bishop e7, queen d7, bishop d7, knight c6. Do you know that how many possible ways are there? ऐसे कितने ऑप्शंस है ब्लैक के पास इस पर्टिकुलर पोजीशन पे वो जो खेल सकता है. ओके, चलो मुझे बता दो, आप नंबर टाइप करो. चलो 5 ऑप्शन है, 6 ऑप्शन है, 7 ऑप्शन है. ऐसा क्या लगता है कि यहाँ पर ब्लैक के पास आफ्टर d4 जब व्हाइट ये यहाँ पर d4 जो खेलेगा तो ब्लैक के पास ऐसे कितने ऑप्शंस है यहाँ पर कंटिन्यू करने के लिए? कैन यू टेल मी? क्या बता सकते हो कि कितने ऑप्शंस है ब्लैक के पास यहाँ पर कंटिन्यू करने के लिए? व्हाट डू यू थिंक, हाउ मेनी ऑप्शंस आर देयर? 5 ऑप्शंस, 10 ऑप्शंस, 12 options, 15 options, 20 options. कितने options है यहाँ पर the black can reply? or maybe 5 options, 4 options, 7 options. What is the number? So any number you can tell me, because I was going through from this position. मैं ये position just go through कर रहा था. I found, you will not believe, I found 21 replies from black side. ये पोजीशन पे ब्लैक जो है 21 वेरियस वेज है उसके पास यहाँ पर कंटिन्यू करने के लिए. कैन यू बिलीव 21 वेज आर देयर टू प्ले फ्रॉम हियर. तो वो कुछ भी खेल सकता है. द ब्लैक कैन प्ले एनीथिंग. यू विल नेवर इमेजिन, लाइक ही कैन प्ले हिज नेक्स्ट मूव दिस, he can play knight here, he can play knight here, he can play knight to d7, he can play knight to c6, he can play g6, he can play h6, he can play queen e7, queen f6 guys, he can play b6, he can play a6, like this. even kept bishop d7, bishop g4. ऐसे उसके पास 21 ऑप्शंस है वो जो रिप्लाई कर सकता है इस पर्टिकुलर पोजीशन पे. बट we no need to by heart all the 26 वेरिएशन. हमें सब 26 वेरिएशन बाय हार्ट करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. हमें एकदम अच्छी तरह से बेसिक्स और फंडामेंटल्स चेस के जो है वो यूज करके हमें यहाँ पे कंटिन्यू करना है गेम को। ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर ये जो पर्टिकुलर गेम है, इस पर्टिकुलर गेम में द ब्लैक जो है ही प्लेड टू क्वीन टू f6 एंड दिस इज नॉट द करेक्ट मूव। नाउ आफ्टर दिस मूव आई थिंक द ब्लैक शुड लूज द गेम because this is not the correct way. So I want to ask the viewers which move would you like to play. So I want quick answer. कौन सा मूव यहाँ पर हमें करना चाहिए, व्हाइट को अभी यहाँ पर कौन सी मूव करना चाहिए, बिकॉज ब्लैक इज नॉट प्लेड द करेक्ट डिफेंस, ही प्लेड क्वीन टू f6. okay, yeah, good evening Akshat. So black is not played a correct defense, so how should white play here in order to punish black, because he broke the rule. जो black जो है rule break किया है, you know what is the rule? Queen should not be taken. Queen should not be taken out in the earlier game. Okay, so Akshat and Salman Sheikh or Shoaib Sheikh both are right. We have to play bishop to g5. Absolutely correct, bishop to g5. एक रूल है, ओपनिंग प्रिंसिपल का एक रूल है कि क्वीन को जल्दी से जल्दी बाहर नहीं निकालना चाहिए। ओके, तो जब क्वीन बाहर निकलती है किसी की भी, तो उसके ऊपर अटैक करना चाहिए। सो बिशप g5 इज वेरी गुड मूव। सो जयश्री पाटिल, welcome Jayashri Patil, Shoaib Sheikh. Okay, bishop g5 and here opponent played queen to g6. Now after queen to g6 guys, how to play here, like which move would you like to play here? Okay, this position is clearly winning for white. White ये position जीत सकता है, black mistake किया तो white जल्दी से जल्दी जीत सकता है। तो यहाँ पर कौन सी मूव करनी चाहिए, चलो बताओ, आई एम जस्ट वेटिंग फॉर यू ऑल। If you are white, which move would you like to play? Remember the bishop is now controlling a very important square. बहुत बड़ा important square को bishop control कर रहा है, तो ये दिमाग में रखकर सोचो यहाँ पर कौन सी मूव करनी चाहिए white को। So which move white should play here? Come on guys, I am just waiting for you all. तुम सबके लिए मैं वेट कर रहा हूँ। Bishop b5. Akshat is telling bishop b5. He is telling to give this check, but this check is not correct move because opponent will play this pawn here and attack your bishop. So bishop b5, playing bishop b5 is not correct move. He will attack our own bishop. So this is not going to be the right move. So our opponent should not attack us. We should attack. Okay, so Salman, Shoaib Sheikh and Akshat, bishop f5, sorry, bishop b5 is not a good move. So just now I showed you, मैंने अभी जस्ट दिखाया तुम लोग को, ये बिशप जो है ये इंपॉर्टेंट स्क्वायर को कंट्रोल कर रहा है और ये जो क्वीन है वो एक्सरे अटैक कर रहा है इस पर्टिकुलर पोजीशन पे। इमेजिन करो, इफ द क्वीन कम्स हियर व्हाट विल हैपन? द क्वीन कम्स हियर देन इट विल बी अ चेकमेट टू ब्लैक किंग। So think how that is going to be possible. So we have to make move. We have to make move. So to get those things possible, वो possible होने के लिए हमें हमारा move करना चाहिए। So there might be a small lag, like 15 to 20 सेकेंड का lag रहेगा, but I will wait for you all. मैं 15 से 20 सेकेंड वेट कर सकता हूँ तुम्हारे moves के लिए। Come on guys, come on quickly, चलो फटाफट फटाफट हमें reply दो। Okay, d into e5. Very good, Akshat. Akshat, what is your full name? Okay, very good. So d into e5 is a move. The idea is what? If opponent captures d into e5, we can play queen to d8 checkmate. And guys, this checkmate has happened. ये जो checkmate है ना वो already हुआ है. The game which is played in 1990 between Stancil Rod versus Taylor David. So in this game in 1990 this thing has already happened. ये game already हुआ है और white जो है easily ये game जीता है. So do you remember that the playing queen out early is a bad sign, because we have to play bishop to j5. If the queen moves you can capture, and after he captures you can checkmate. And what if he doesn't capture? Suppose उसने capture नहीं किया and if he play something else then he will survive, तो वो बच सकता है। ओके, उसे यहाँ पर क्या करना चाहिए? he should play knight to c6 and then he can survive. फिर वो यहाँ पर बच सकता है नाइट यहाँ पर खेलकर. ओके, ठीक है. सो ऐसा हम चेकमेट कर सकते हैं. सो लेट्स मूव टू नेक्स्ट गेम. हम नेक्स्ट गेम के तरफ मूव करेंगे. ओके, नाउ ये जो गेम है, दिस गेम इज प्लेड इन 1996. ओके, सो लोना कॉलेज चैंपियनशिप में दिस गेम इज प्लेड इन 1996. ओके, सो लेट्स सी हाउ दिस गेम इज हैपेंड. तो आई वांट योर इन्वॉल्वमेंट, मोर इन्वॉल्वमेंट. तुम लोगों की इन्वॉल्वमेंट मुझे ज़्यादा चाहिए. ओके, E4 E5 नाइट F3 D6. यस्टरडे कल जो है हमने ये F6 मूव देखा था एंड वी सॉ दैट इन यस्टरडेज वीडियोज. जिन्होंने भी यस्टरडे का वीडियो नहीं देखा है, इट इज़ ऑलरेडी अवेलेबल ऑन द यूट्यूब. यू कैन सी दैट हाउ टू विन व्हेन अपोनेंट प्ले दिस F6 मूव. जब अपोनेंट F6 करता है तो उसे कैसे हमें हराना चाहिए. सो दैट वीडियो यू सी. बट टुडे वी आर डिस्कसिंग ऑल गेम्स वेयर द ब्लैक प्लेड D6. जहाँ पर ब्लैक ने D6 खेला है वो गेम हम देखने वाले हैं. So as we know that we should play, our move is D4. Okay, now let's see the game where the black is played knight to C6. Black ने क्या किया है, knight को C6 पे खेला है. Okay, so when the black plays is move knight to C6 guys, which move white should play? Okay, so tell me fast, quickly मुझे बता दो यहाँ पर white को कौन सी मूव करनी चाहिए गेम कंटिन्यू करने के लिए. Okay, just I'm waiting for you all. Which move we should play here? If you are white, अभी यहाँ पर आप लोग white रहोगे तो कौन सा मूव करना अच्छा है तुम लोगों के लिए. Okay, so there are a lot of options are there guys. One is to capturing this pawn. Second is to taking your bishop here in the long diagonal. You all know that the F7 is a weak square. There is a move like knight to C3. There is a move like bishop to E3. There are a lot of options are there. But which option you will play? So just let me know. So there are a lot of options and all options are good only. But which option you will choose here? Will you just do the pawn push or the pawn captures or bishop c4 or bishop b5 or knight to c3 or bishop to e3? So many options I am giving. So which options do you want to select here? कौन सा मूव करना पसंद करोगे आप लोग यहाँ पर? Okay, so I'm just waiting you all that. Okay, so Shoaib Sheikh is telling that he will play here bishop to c4. Very good. Anyone else? I want more reaction. And guys, please like the stream. So what will happen? It will give indication to all other subscribers also. The stream is going on, so they can also join you all. So it will become more fun. Yes. Come on, anyone else? Which move would you like to play? Shoaib is already said that bishop c4. Yes, in this game also the bishop has played to c4. And you know what? The black played here some waste move. That is what h6. This is also against chess basic rules. Okay, you know chess basic rules or chess basic opening principles. In that it is said, ओपनिंग प्रिंसिपल में बताया गया है कि पॉन्स को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा नहीं खेलना चाहिए. नॉट टू प्ले पॉन्स. ओके, नॉट टू प्ले द एज पॉन, स्पेशली व्हेन इट इज़ नॉट नेसेसरी that time, not to make too many pawn moves. Okay, moving your pawns in the center is very good. Okay, pawns को सेंटर में मूव करना बहुत अच्छा है. बट एक जो कॉर्नर वाले पॉन्स है या दूसरे जो पॉन्स है उन्हें ज़्यादा मूव नहीं करना चाहिए. बिकॉज पॉन्स जो है एक बार आगे मूव किया तो यू कैनॉट टेक देम बैक. कैमल टेक्स आवर्स मल्टीप्लाई. What is this? Camels? No, it is not called camels, it is called bishops. Okay, now here not to make too many pawn moves, because pawns can move only forward, we cannot take them backward. So remember, so whenever you are making a pawn move you have to be very careful. Okay, so here he played h6. So white played knight to c3 and here bishop played to g4. Bishop played to g4 and here the white played d captures e5, and here the black is thinking the bishop is already under pin. ये जो बिशप है ऑलरेडी नाइट को पिन कर चुका है, सो नाइट यहाँ पर मूव नहीं कर सकता, बिकॉज इफ दिस नाइट मूव्स हियर द प्रॉब्लम इज व्हाट, वी माइट लूज आवर क्वीन. So by keeping that in mind, here the black played knight into e5. See, this game is played in year 1996. 1996 में ये गेम खेला हुआ है. 1996 this game is has been played, and now black is captured with the knight by thinking that white cannot take this knight. White cannot take this knight because the bishop will take this queen, and now this knight is attacking, our knight, because the bishop is pinning it. Bishop is pinning it, knight is attacking this knight, and knight is also attacking the bishop. Okay, and I want to tell you that the same position. Okay, so here Katke is telling camel को आगे के सिपाही को मार डालो. Okay, so you need to Katke, you need to know the notation. तुम्हें notation जानना जरूरी है. Okay, this is not called camel, this is called bishop. You have to remember, this is called bishop, this is called knight, and these are called pawns. It is not called sipahi. Okay, so you remember and know the professional language. ओके, प्रोफेशनल लैंग्वेज. ओके, सो यहाँ पर शोएब बोल रहा है कि बेटर है कि बिशप को पीछे लो और इस नाइट को सपोर्ट करो. ओके शोएब, गुड. यू नो व्हाट, आई वांट टू टेल यू दैट द सेम पोजीशन, ये जो पोजीशन है, सेम पोजीशन अक्षय कुमार ने अपने एक मूवी में यूज किया है. वो ही वाज इन अ जेल एंड he takes this position. ओके, एंड इन दैट मूवी ही वाज अ नेवल ऑफिसर. वो नेवल ऑफिसर रहता है. एंड आई नो दैट you people have the idea of which movie I am talking about. Okay, in that Akshay Kumar was a naval officer, he was in a jail, and with that police officer he play one game, and in that game he sacrifices his queen. Then the police officer says, अरे आपने तो आपकी queen की कुर्बानी दी. But later on he checkmates his opponent. Like वो police officer को अक्षय कुमार checkmate करता है. Do you know which movie I am talking about? If you guessed, you can mention that in the chat. Which movie I am talking about? ये सेम पोजीशन उस मूवी में दिया गया था. अक्षय कुमार चेस खेलते हैं जब वो जेल के अंदर होते हैं. Okay, so do you know that which movie I am talking about? If you know, then type name of the movie in the chat box. So let me know that whether you are guessing properly. And at the same time, also you find out what should white play here. White को यहाँ पर क्या खेलना चाहिए? Come on guys. I'm waiting for the chat. मैं chat के लिए wait कर रहा हूँ. जल्दी से जल्दी आपका आंसर कर दो. एक्चुअली आज क्या है, मैंने क्लास जल्दी लिया है, अदरवाइज आई वुड हैव टेकन इट 8 o'clock बिकॉज टुडे आईपीएल फाइनल इज देयर, सो दैट्स व्हाई आई हैव टेकन दिस. कम ऑन गाइस, जस्ट आई एम वेटिंग फॉर यू ऑल. मैं तुम सब लोगों के लिए मैं वेट कर रहा हूँ कि वो मूवी का नाम कौन सा है और यहाँ पर हमें कौन सा मूव करना चाहिए. कम ऑन गाइस, डोंट टेक सो मच टाइम, डोंट टेक सो मच टाइम, कम ऑन क्विकली, come on quickly, fast. Let's see that who will answer, like which movie it was. Pranit is telling, hi sir Pranit, here I have a question. Which didn't we play bishop b5 and pin the knight causing double up the pawn for black? Okay, so here the Pranit is telling in this position, I think, yeah, in this position Pranit is telling, yeah, better to play like bishop को b5 पे खेलो और कैप्चर करके pawn को डबल अप करो. Okay, so डबल कर सकते हैं, but you know he can play bishop d7 and he can avoid the doubling the pawn, so that is possible. Okay, but there are, even the bishop b5 is also good move, there is nothing bad in that. Okay, but okay, we can do that also, but even this is also good move, because like bishop should be developed in a long diagonals and also attacking the weak square. So therefore instead of bishop b5, the bishop c4 looks good for the upcoming plays. And suppose if you are a very strong player, you know all the basics and fundamentals, then bishop to b5 is always good. Okay, so but I just am telling you that the same type of position has already occurred in one of the movie where Akshay Kumar played ओके, आई वॉन्ट ऑल द व्यूअर्स टू टेल मी द नेम ऑफ द मूवी। वो कौन सी मूवी थी जहाँ पर अक्षय कुमार ने ये पर्टिकुलर पोजीशन लाया था? ही वॉज प्लेइंग चेस। वो जेल के अंदर रहता है एंड वो खेलते हैं, एंड इन द मूवी ही वॉज प्लेड वन ऑफ द नेवल ऑफिसर। ओके, आई एम वेटिंग फॉर यू ऑल गाइस। आई एम वेटिंग फॉर यू ऑल। मैं आप सबके लिए मैं जस्ट वेट कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पर। ओके, so just let me know that. Okay, so I think you people not aware about, I think the movie name is, yeah, correct, Karthik Kodimala is telling that the movie name is Rustum. Correct, the movie name is Rustum. In that Rustum, this in the movie name Rustum, this particular position actually came. So here, after capturing this, opponent played knight into e5, and here in the movie also it said that Akshay Kumar just captured the knight and given his free queen. So then the police officer got surprised that why Akshay Kumar sacrificed his queen. उसने queen को क्यों sacrifice किया, queen क्यों दिया? Because after immediately taking this knight, we are losing queen. You know what, even we are losing queen, but do you know what, we are losing queen, but we are going to win the game. Now white is going to win the game, and this particular trap is called legal mate. Now the white can simply win because he was just attacking that f7 pawn, and now one more attack got increased. So therefore bishop into f7 check, and king is having only option of coming to e7, and then knight to d5, and it is completely a check and mate. Okay, so you got surprised like how the black king got checkmate. देखा black king एकदम completely checkmate हो गया है. This is called a legal trap, or you can even say that legal mate, where the white is sacrificing his queen and checkmating opponent by using two knights and bishop. दो knight और bishop को use करके उन्होंने checkmate किया है. Okay, so this is possible. So remember that all these attacking possibilities are there, but remember only you have to take out your pieces and you have to place them in right place. ओके, अपने पीसेस को बाहर निकाल के उन्हें राइट प्लेस में रखना है, सो यू कैन एबल टू चेकमेट योर अपोनेंट. नाउ लेट्स मूव टू अ नेक्स्ट गेम. दिस गेम गाइस इज प्लेड इन 1997 in CRO championship. Okay, now look at this game, like how white clearly won. e4, e5, knight f3, d6. So black is trying to support the pawn by playing pawn to d6, and white obviously played with d4. Now here the black tried to defend the pawn by playing knight to d7. Just is thinking, let's play knight to d7 and support the pawn, because if the pawn captures pawns, he want to capture with the pawn. So here obviously that now white should play bishop to c4. White को जो है bishop को c4 पे ही खेलना है. Idea of this bishop c4 is what? Attacking this weak pawn. So that is very very important. Now here the black played bishop e7, just is simply taking out his pieces. वो अपने pieces को बाहर निकाल रहा है. And I want to tell you guys that bishop e7 is a mistake. Yeah, maybe Karthik, we will not worry. Maybe they will see the entire stream later on, so there might be a less viewers because I have taken the odd timing. Maybe the people are busy in their study classes. Okay, only because today IPL match is there in the evening, so that's why I've just shifted the timing from, instead of 8 to 9, just I've shifted to 5 to 6. Okay, so they might see later on. Okay, now let's concentrate. Even though less viewers, we are not worried about it. Okay, now here bishop played to e7. Now the white is the one who is winning, because this move is not the correct move. This move is not the correct move. So therefore white decided here to capture d into e5, and the black also captured with the pawn. So black is thinking now he is perfectly fine, because white captured and black captured, so they are thinking it is perfectly fine, but it is a mistake. Now the white is the one who is winning. Okay, hi Krit. So can you tell me that how white is going to win here? So can you tell me the moves, viewers? जो व्यूवर्स है, क्या मुझे बताओगे कि यहाँ पर व्हाइट को कौन सी मूव करनी चाहिए? या धनेश्वरी, हेलो धनेश्वरी. ओके, कम ऑन. What should white play here in order to win this game? रिमेंबर वेयर टू अटैक, कहाँ पर अटैक करना है वो जस्ट रखो अपने दिमाग में। ओके, याद रखो कि आपको कहाँ पर कौन से स्क्वायर पे अटैक करना है। एक चीज तुम लोग को याद रखना है, ऑल व्यूअर्स को, वेन एवर द किंग इज इन द सेंटर, जब ये सेंटर स्क्वायर में जब किंग होता है तो द मोस्ट वीकेस्ट स्क्वायर इज F7। ये जो F7 स्क्वायर है सबसे वीकेस्ट स्क्वायर है। व्हेन द किंग इज इन द सेंटर, जब किंग सेंटर में होता है वो सबसे वीकेस्ट होता है। बट व्हेन द किंग इज कास्टल्ड ऑन दिस साइड, यहाँ पर जब कास्टलिंग होती है, then the weakest square will become H7 square will become weak. Remember, the weak square shifts from one square to another, but right now the F7 square is a weak square. So what do you think that white should play here in order to win the game? So here white should play queen to d5, guys. White should play queen to d5 with the help of bishop and queen. We are just planning checkmate on f7. And remember, now he cannot survive. It's very difficult to survive the checkmate. Suppose if he try to play knight to f6, queen f7, checkmate will happen. Okay, see the queen f7 and it is simply checkmate. Okay, and if we try to save checkmate by playing knight to h6 and try to support this, if we try to support, then white will simply capture bishop into knight, capture करके pawn into bishop and the queen into f7 is going to be checkmate. फिर ऐसा black checkmate हो सकता है. Now suppose if we try to find out some other way, like just he try to remove the knight, and just he want to escape with the king, then still there is a checkmate, guys. Okay, still there is a checkmate because queen will capture f7 check, king will come here. Now there is a checkmate in two moves. Can anyone tell? One is still, I am telling knight into e5 check, and king is having only option of coming here because now this knight is controlling these two squares, the queen is controlling these squares. Okay, so now there is a checkmate in one move. If do you know anyone the checkmate in one move here? If you know, then type the move here. Move type कर दो chat box में. How the white can checkmate black king in one move. ब्लैक किंग को एक मूव में चेकमेट वो कैसे कर सकता है, प्लीज जस्ट लेट मी नो. आप टाइप करके बता दो कि वाइट जो है ब्लैक किंग को कैसे चेकमेट कर सकता है सिर्फ एक मूव में. इन वन मूव हाउ ही कैन चेकमेट. ओके, by making which move he can checkmate black king in one move. Come on, quickly let me know. Very good, Shoaib Sheikh is right. White can play queen to d5 and checkmate the black king, and this is exactly what happened in the game. Okay, so this is what happened. Remember how the game has happened. Like after this, the black played knight to d7, white played bishop to c4, black played bishop e7, d into e5, queen d5, knight played to c5, and queen into f7, king came here, knight into e5, king d6, and the queen d5 is completely checkmate. Now let's go to the next position. Now in this position, e4, e5, knight f3, d6, d4. Now till now you all know that कि ऐसा ही हमें continue करना है. Okay, now black thought of defending over defending. Okay, so black thought of over defend by playing pawn to f6. That is what he was wanting to do. So here white played bishop to c4. Okay guys, sorry. So after bishop c4, he played bishop to g4. So here when he played that, so black is thinking he defended the pawn solidly. Okay, sorry, there was some lag. Okay, so I think now everything is proper. I think there was a lag because my laptop got disconnected, guys. Okay, so sorry. Okay, so if you are able to hear me, then please let me know that everything is proper. So here, as I told you that the black is solidified its position, black solidified its position, so therefore white try to play c3. So just he want to make the way, queen can come here and attack to f7 pawn, or even queen can come here and he can give check to king. Okay. Okay, so that is what. So in the position, as I told you, that the black is just solidifying this e5 by keeping this pawns here and also pinning this. Okay, so after c3, black played knight to d7. So here guys, when the black played knight to d7, what do you think that white should play here to increase his attack? अपना attack increase करने के लिए there is only one best move. If you know, please let me know that which is that best move white should play here. Just I will wait for you all for 10 to 15 seconds. Okay. Okay, good Shoaib. So tell me that which best move you should play. Remember that the idea of this particular thing, because this diagonal is very important. This diagonal is also very important. So which move we should play here? Okay, so Zakia Tinwala sir, play with Samay Raina. Okay, I will play with him. Okay, come on now. So tell me that which move should we play here? As a white, which move should we play here in order to continue? Okay, so come on everyone, just I am waiting for you all that which move white should play here in this particular position. ये particular position में white को कौन सी move करनी चाहिए? Come on guys, because that moves will make us win the game. Okay, so come on, tell me which move white should play here in order to increase attack increase करने के लिए कौन सा move white को खेलना चाहिए. Because after this I am going to show you a very interesting game guys. Okay, very interesting games I am going to show you, the game of Paul Morphy. But before that, just you let me know that which move here the white should play. Come on guys, come on, don't wait for anything, don't wait for anything, come on, keep just let me know that which move we should play. Come on guys, quickly just please let me know that which move we should play. If you don't know, okay, knight a3. Okay, Shoaib is telling that to play knight to a3. Okay, so Shoaib is telling to play knight to a3. Anyone else? Okay, not knight to a3 guys, here we have to play queen to b3. The idea of this move is the both the pieces are attacking this knight. We are going to win this knight free. हमें ये knight free में capture करना है. That's why we are playing this. So here even the black thought, oh, the white is going to capture my knight freely because we have two attacks on this particular knight and he is having guys only one defender. उसके पास सिर्फ एक ही defense है. तो उसने क्या सोचा कि let's save this knight by moving it. But do you know what will happen with this? Bishop f7 and it's going to be checkmate. Okay, so don't you think it's an amazing? Bishop f7 and the black king is got checkmate because of that. And like suppose for example if we try to come here, guys, we can still do bishop into h6 check. Let's thanks to the pawn to d4. ये जो d4 pawn move है उसे हम thanks बोलेंगे. And just after capturing this, if he captures this, there is a still winning chances, like we can still give this check. And after coming here, we can just ask this bishop to move from here. If this bishop captures our knight, we are going to just checkmate. Okay, so this is how we can simply checkmate the black king. Okay, do you know what happened in the game? After this queen b3, he just played bishop into f3 and he got checkmate. वो खुद checkmate हो गया because bishop f7 check, king to e7 and queen to e6 checkmate. So like this the checkmate can happen. ऐसा checkmate हम opponent को कर सकते हैं. Okay, remember how we are attacking. We are just attacking in the long diagonal. बड़ा diagonal पे हम लोग attack कर रहे हैं bishop और queen के साथ. Okay, now let's move to the next position. Okay, this game is a very important game and is a very famous game in the history. Okay, chess के history में सबसे famous game है. Almost all streamers show this game, and this game is played none other than Paul Morphy. ये जो game है Paul Morphy ने खेला हुआ game है in 1858 में. And you know what? This game is played in Opera House in UK, and it is played against Duke of Brunswick. So Duke of Brunswick means like those are the advisor of king. Okay, वो king के advisor थे, and he was played against two players. Paul Morphy played this game against two players. दो player के against एक player ने खेला हुआ है, and Paul Morphy is a chess legend. Okay, and he got retired early, like he started playing chess at the age of 16. At the age of 21 he becomes world best player, and at the age of 22 or something like that he just retired from the chess, and then he went into studies law, and he become a lawyer, and then he got like early death. Okay, so he's a very a strong player, and we study his games to improve. Okay, so e4, e5, knight f3, and try to understand this. d6, d4, and bishop g4 played. Okay, so according to another legend, Bobby Fischer, okay, is again an American player. Paul Morphy was also an American player, and then another legend because of whom the chess become more famous, that is called Bobby Fischer. He said that this move itself is a bad move. This move itself is a bad move, even though he is spinning this knight and attacking the queen is itself a bad move, because it is breaking the opening principle. पता है opening principle क्या है? Knight should develop before bishop. तो हमें हमारे नाइट्स को पहले डेवलप करना चाहिए और बिशप को बाद में डेवलप करना चाहिए. जो नाइट्स है उन्हें पहले बाहर निकालना चाहिए, उसके बाद ही बिशप्स को बाहर निकालना चाहिए. दैट इज व्हाट द ओपनिंग प्रिंसिपल सेज. बिकॉज नाइट इज अ स्लो पीस. जो स्लो पीस है उसे पहले आगे निकालो, देन यू कैन रिमूव योर फास्टर पीस. So this move itself is a mistake by those two amateurs. Now here the Paul Morphy simply played d captures a5 by thinking if their opponent captures this, he was going to capture the queen, and if black captures the queen, so he was wanting to capture this pawn. That is the idea. Now they captured bishop into f3, attacking the queen. So Paul Morphy simply captured queen into f3, and they captured d into e5. So this is what exactly has happened. Now remember, the white is attacking this pawn, okay, and black simply played. Okay, so here just I missed something. Yeah, so after this, remember, after this, suppose if the black captures this d into e5, you know what is going to happen? The white was right away winning after queen into queen, king into queen, knight into pawn, and attacking the bishop and the pawn. So this is also a clearly winning position for white, because he is already one pawn up. Okay, so वो winning हो जाता था. इसके लिए so after this pawn into pawn, they simply captured bishop into, and Paul Morphy captured this, then they captured this. So here Paul Morphy played bishop to c4. It is a very simple and logical scholars mate. Remember, normal scholars mate is different, and this idea is mating here is different, because in normal, when you try to do the scholars mate, remember this bishop's diagonal is completely closed. ये जो बिशप का डायगनल है वो हमेशा बंद रहता है, बट नाउ द बिशप डायगनल इज नॉट क्लोज, द बिशप डायगनल इज ओपन. बिशप का डायगनल ओपन है, अभी तक बंद नहीं है. so therefore this position is good. now the main idea is what? attacking this. now there are so many ways to defend इस position को, there are so many ways to defend that. so the best way to defend is to play knight to f6. so this is the best way to defend the checkmate. now here white played queen to b3. The idea of this is attacking this pawn two times and also attacking the pawn one time. Now remember, here if anyone play a move, try to save this pawn, it is going to be a mistake. Now black is going to be checkmated in two moves. Can you tell me by how द ब्लैक इज गोइंग टू बी चेकमेटेड। मतलब व्हाइट कैसे चेकमेट करेगा ब्लैक को, यहाँ पर दो मूव में वो चेकमेट कर सकता है। क्या कोई फाइंड आउट कर सकता है? इफ यू नो द आंसर प्लीज टाइप इन द चैट बॉक्स, आई विल बी वेटिंग। मैं जस्ट वेट करता हूँ कि सपोज यहाँ पर ब्लैक ने ट्राई किया ये पर्टिकुलर पॉन को बचाने के लिए, बिकॉज अदरवाइज दिस क्वीन वुड हैव बीन कैप्चर्ड दिस एंड फॉलोड बाय दिस रूक। ओके, कैसे आप चेकमेट करोगे ब्लैक को? सो हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू चेकमेट द ब्लैक किंग? कैन एनीवन टेल मी? Come on, guys. So if you don't know, then just see it. Yes, correct. Shoaib. Bishop into f7 check, and if king comes to d7 or if the king comes to e7, कहाँ पर भी आने दो, queen to e6 and it is going to be a simply checkmate. ऐसा checkmate हो सकता था. So therefore the black people are worried कि हम अभी क्या कर सकते हैं. Okay, now they need to worry, otherwise whatever they play they are going to lose. You know what, if they try to save this, still there is a big problem. This check is going to come, and after this the white is going to play bishop to e3 and followed by even this check is going to happen. So therefore they were worried and they were wanting to, and it is impossible to save both the pawns. दोनों भी pawn को वो लोग save नहीं कर सकते थे. So therefore they decided finally to play queen to e7. And remember, here they might be thinking of taking this pawn. They can take this pawn also, but do you know that this is also blunder? Still there will be a checkmate. फिर भी वो checkmate हो सकते हैं. Do you know how? Knight into e4 is also going to be checkmate by the same way, like bishop into f7 check, king comes to e7 and queen e6 checkmate. ऐसे वापस वो लोग checkmate हो सकते थे. So therefore they have not played even knight into e4. So basically they played queen to e7. The idea is what, if white try to capture this pawn, white suppose they capture करेगा, so just they want to give this check, and after capturing this they just want to capture this, and suppose if anything like knight d7 or something it comes, so they want to capture and they want to take their pawn back. So this is what they were wanting to play. ऐसा उनको खेलना था. Okay, but Paul Morphy, what he did, he have not gone for this pawn, rather than he believed in opening principle of developing pieces. So he thought of developing his piece to knight to c3. knight c3 पे develop करेंगे और यहाँ पर आया तो वो exchange नहीं करेगा, rather than वो इस pawn को capture करेगा. That was his idea. Knight he played to c3. So Paul Morphy's opponents played c6. The idea is what? They just want to protect the pawn with the queen. Now the white cannot take this pawn because now queen is defending. So therefore the black is thinking very safe. But remember, white played a bishop g5. Now look at the move after bishop g5. Look at the position after bishop g5. Now if you see why these legends are easily winning against amateur players, because look at the white's one piece, second piece, third piece, fourth piece, four pieces got out, and the fifth piece is also ready to come out. But remember, in the black's position there are only two pieces which are out, and for the black, so for the white, so many pieces are out. So therefore it will become very easy to win. The opponent just played b5 here because everything is going to be losing for them now. For the black, even though it is only 9 moves happened, सिर्फ 9 move हुए हैं अभी तक, फिर भी ये position, this position is not good. So just they thought of playing b5 and attack the bishop. But here Paul Morphy, he was ahead in development में वो आगे थे. So he was having two bishops, knights, queen, the four pieces got developed, and at the same time the blacks only two pieces got developed. So therefore Paul Morphy thought of sacrificing his piece which he got developed. So he just decided to sacrifice his first piece. Just keep counting how many pieces he's just sacrificing. The first piece is sacrificed. When opponent played this, he captured this and gave a check, and black simply played knight to d7. There are no other good moves, guys. Suppose remember, instead of this, if the king tried to get out of the check, you know what is going to happen? The white is clearly winning the rook. Can you tell me how white is going to win the rook? पता है, because of this move, because of this move, because of this move, the white will win this rook. White को ये rook free में मिलेगा. क्या बता सकते हो कैसे वो rook free में मिल सकता है? Can anyone in the chat who will tell me that how white will win the rook? It is very very easy, but only thing is that you need to think. तुम लोग को थोड़ा सा सोचना पड़ेगा कि white को वो rook कैसे मिलेगा. Can anyone tell me? So I've been just waiting for the chat to get the answer. Okay, so Shoaib is telling by playing this we will get the rook. No, he will capture us. So therefore the best move is first capture the knight. Shoaib, capture the knight. If he captures with the queen, now this check, and remember this knight cannot come between because there is a checkmate with the help of bishop and queen. So he will try to move the king, and now we are getting the rook. So this is how we will get the rook. First take the knight and we can do that. So therefore here the black players decided to play knight to d7. Okay. Now remember the black's position. This knight is pinned by the bishop. This knight is also pinned by the bishop. So therefore Morphy thought, why not to attack the pinned piece? So therefore he did the castling. And remember that now he is attacking this weak knight. Now even though this knight is defended, but there is a further attack. So therefore the black's position is completely gone. The black position is completely gone, and they decided to support the knight by playing rook to d8. And to their surprise, why I'm saying there, because two players were playing against one player. Morphy के साथ दो player खेल रहे थे, and Morphy, and this was played in between in a very big hall. Opera House is a very big hall, and there he was playing in front of so many spectators. बहुत सारे spectators थे इस गेम को देखने के लिए, और उनके सामने पॉल मॉर्फी ने अभी सेकेंड पीस को सैक्रिफाइस किया. He just sacrificed his rook because the Paul Morphy knew that they could not capture with the knight because they will lose queen. उनकी queen चली जाएगी. They cannot take with the queen because they will lose with the queen with the bishop. So they cannot take with the king because the bishop is supporting. So therefore the black was having only hope of capturing with this. Now the Paul Morphy is bringing his final piece into the attack. Now it's a time to lose for black because this knight is pinned. He cannot go there because the bishop is going to capture the queen. So all these things are going to happen. So in between, the blacks got a move which is giving them a little hope. उन्हें एक उम्मीद की किरण नजर आई इस पर्टिकुलर पोजीशन पे, एंड दे प्लेड क्वीन e6 एंड दे गॉट रिलैक्स्ड. उनको लगा कि वाव, अभी सब कुछ बच गया अभी हमारा, बिकॉज व्हाट दे आर थिंकिंग, this rook now got support of the knight because it is no more pin. तो उसको कोई pin नहीं है, so he just simply got the support. Okay, so therefore, and they also thought that if anything happens to here, so they just want to get rid of this queen, और queen को exchange करेंगे. Okay, so but here the Paul Morphy was having a different thoughts in his mind, and he played a simple bishop into d7. उसने d7 को capture किया. He knew that they cannot capture with the queen because they will lose queen. Simply they will lose queen. So therefore they captured with the knight and they are relaxed. उनको लगा कि हम बच गए अभी. But you know what? Paul Morphy was having a very good checkmating plan. Okay, now he can checkmate black pieces in two moves. Can you find out those two moves? That how white will checkmate black king. Black king को वो कैसे checkmate कर सकता है? This is one of the very 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 famous game in the history of the chess, where white sacrificed everything except bishop and rook, and finally caught this king in the checkmate. Okay, so the bishop and the rook both are can give checkmate the king on e8 by bringing the rook on d8. But only problem is what, guys? Only problem is what? This knight is a problem. So think and let me know how the polymorphist solved this problem of that knight. वो जो knight है वो problem पॉल मॉर्फी ने कैसे solve किया? Can anyone guess how he must have solved? Yes, Shoaib Sheikh, absolutely right. He played queen to b8 check. Absolutely correct move. Queen to b8 check, and it is compulsory to capture. And now Paul Morphy did checkmate. So this is one of the greatest game in the history of the chess played by the Paul Morphy. Now it is completely checkmate. See, after queen to b8, now the king cannot come here because of this bishop. He cannot come here. Correct? Got it? Understood? Because of this bishop, he cannot come here, and it's only capturing, and it is simply checkmate. So he sacrificed everything and finally checkmated with the bishop and queen. Okay, so this is a famous game by the Paul Morphy, and this is another game by the Paul Morphy. I want to show you that in the same opening it came. Okay, and here the Paul Morphy started playing rook to f3 in order to attack this king. So now king is castle. This is called rook lift. So getting the rook here in order to attack. Okay, so here opponent played bishop to d7. Paul Morphy played this. Now idea of this move is to simply do checkmate. Here suppose if opponent try to capture this knight, you know guys, the white will checkmate the black king in two moves. Can anyone guess how that checkmate will happen? In two moves white can checkmate. Okay, if you know the move, you let me know. Okay, how you can checkmate the black king in two moves. And that is possible because of this rook lift. rook को यहाँ से यहाँ पे लाने से वो possible हुआ है. Okay, so anyone? Shoaib Sheikh, you there? Yes, so here the white can checkmate not by queen h5, by rook into h7, king into h7, and a simply queen h5 checkmate. And remember, suppose if you try to play queen h5 first, then he will play h6 and he will avoid a checkmating idea. So you can play queen g6 with the same idea of rook into h6, pawn into h6, and queen into h6 mate, but now he can still save himself by playing bishop f8 and support the pawn. Okay, so therefore that is not possible. Okay, so here after rook f3 they played bishop here, rook h3. Now you know the idea. Yes, Pranit, you're correct. Rook h7, queen h5. But here his opponent played h6. Now after h6, you know what Paul Morphy did? He played an absolutely brilliant move of the same mating idea. Okay, and that is queen to d2. The idea is what? Winning the bishop and also planning checkmate. Okay, and here their opponent played king to h7 and Paul Morphy simply took this extra bishop. And here Paul Morphy's opponent played bishop d6. Why I am showing you this? That I want to show you that how the Paul Morphy is a legend of this game. Okay, now here there is a checkmate in 6 moves. The white can checkmate black king in 6 moves. So can anyone find out the how white will win from here in 6 moves? So whatever black do, black कुछ भी करने दो, white black king को 6 move के अंदर checkmate कर सकता है. Now here he is threatening to capture the queen because now there is no support. The support has broken because black just now played bishop to d6. But still the white can checkmate the black king in 6 moves. Can anyone here who can get the answer? Yes, anyone? Okay, so it is very difficult to find, so I will just give you the answer. The brilliant move is first he played rook captures h6 check. Now the main thing is what? The black cannot capture this since it's a pin. So black king is having only option of capturing this. Now white will play another rook lift, rook to d3. So this idea is called rook lift, and now idea is to give this check and mate, because remember the king cannot go back, king can't come here because of this pawn, and king can't come here because of this knight. So he cannot avoid only the checkmate, he cannot avoid. Maximum what he can do, that he can give you check, so you can move it, but still this check he cannot avoid, वो उसे बचा ही नहीं सकता है. For example, let's see that if he captures our queen, so there will be a checkmate. Okay, so even if he try to play this pawn to h5, then there is a still rook h3 checkmate. Okay, now if you try to come here, idea just you want to run away from here, but there is a still rook h3 check, king g4, and see this queen d1 is going to be checkmate. So any which ways he was going to checkmate, but remember here, suppose without moving the bishop, he just want to run away from king to h5. Now this check is going to come first, this check is going to come first, and if the king goes back, there will be a simple checkmate. And if you try to bring something in between, guys, there is this check, this comes here, and the queen h3 going to be mate. So the king was any which way is going to be checkmated by Morphy. Okay, so he was a strong player from the history of the chess. Okay, now here I want to wait these positions. Okay, so like this, checkmates will happen. The final position I am showing you, like this, the checkmate will happen in this particular opening. Okay, so because now the time is up, so I want to quickly give you some positions where you can give me the answers. Okay, now a quick revision from what we learned so far. Here suppose if the knight came to d7, suppose knight came to d7, so how white should checkmate the black king? Okay, so if you know the answer, you learned so far so much, so tell me how white should checkmate the black king, because this move is a wrong move. Okay, so come on, tell me how should white checkmate the black king in two moves. Come on, quickly. So if you answers this, then I know that you have understood. फिर मुझे पता चलेगा कि तुम लोग को समझ में आया है. Okay, so how white should checkmate the black king, because this move is a mistake. Come on, guys. Here actually what the black should play, queen to e7, idea to give this check and exchange the queen. But here if we move knight to d7, then it is a mistake. Come on, anyone? Yeah, Shoaib is right. Bishop f7 check, and if the king e7, guys, queen e6 checkmate. Very good, Shoaib. Now in this position, suppose if we play move f6, so what do you think that white should play here to continue his attack? This is a kind of revision which we learned so far. So which move white should play here in order to continue his attack? Which move white should play here in order to continue his attack? Come on, anyone? Which move white should play in order to continue his attack and win the game? Okay, so Abhishek is telling correct. Queen to b3, very good, guys. Queen to b3 is an absolutely correct move, because with the queen and the bishop we are attacking the g8 knight and also b7 pawn. Suppose if we try to save this knight, then he is going to get checkmate again with the bishop f7 check and queen to e6 checkmate. And if we try to save by moving bishop to h6 and also try to guard this, Then as I said that we have to thanks to our third move of d4, because now we can, sorry, now we can capture this h6, capture this h6 knight. After he captures, we can give this check, king comes here, and then we can still give him checkmate. Okay, so I hope you people have understood this, and tomorrow I will be having another next class at 8 o'clock. Okay, so tomorrow is going to be day 3 of our Diwali series. Okay, so till then guys, bye bye, take care and enjoy the IPL final.